Barbie's giving a surprise party in her new dream house. The guest of honor is Mattel's exciting new teenage doll.
So we've arrived in 1964, and I thought this was going to be easy, because on the whole, I think the ensemble collection is quite weak. A lot of the reuse of fabrics, a lot of recycled ideas, reused patterns. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some great elements here, and I'll go over them. But a lot of that seemed to change in this year. So much to contextualize and to add into this discussion. I'll try to be brief, but this preamble is going to be much longer than ones I've done previously. It would seem that a lot of Mattel's energy was put into the fabulous travel and theater costumes, but I won't be dealing with them now. I'll do that when I start recapping the Ken fashions. Mattel also put a lot of effort in doing pack items this year. Collections of hats, shoes, accessories really were proliferating. There was a sea change in American culture in 1964. Suddenly it felt like the 50s were over and the 60s had begun when in February of that year, the Beatles appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show. Youth culture and the influence of the new and the young was suddenly felt. And although this change was gradual in coming, it did come over the years. The impact of youth culture became more prevalent and the whole cultural prism shifted. But in Barbie's world, it was still 1959. The impact of mod or modern culture wouldn't be felt for a few years. But when it did, it was like a tidal wave. And in 1964, you had the introduction of two new characters to join Barbie, Ken and Midge. Alan, Ken's friend and ostensibly, I guess, Midge's boyfriend, came along. An interesting fact about Alan was that he was only ever issued in two versions. The original version here, with his brown hair, and the 1965 bend leg version. And then, of course, Skipper, who may or may still not be in production to this day. She's undergone many transformations. But Skipper, with her outfits that matched Barbie, certainly was a big hit. And for mothers concerned about Barbie's maturity, Skipper was a fantastic alternative. The straight leg version was issued in 3 hair colors. There was also a change in Barbie as well. Firstly, the Miss Barbie. Along with a new set of wigs, she had 2 features that were very unique to her. Firstly, the bend leg doll, a first for the line, and the open and shut eyes. However, I've got to say I'm not a favorite among collectors. The paint on the face rubs off very easily, the wigs melt the hard plastic of the head, and she just has a rather spooky appearance. And it would also seem as if Mattel was retiring the original ponytail in favor of the fabulous swirl ponytail. Available in a wide range of hair colors, this was a beautiful addition to the line. And in her hair, she had a yellow ribbon. Here's a closer shot and a hairpin to hold this rather simple appearing but somewhat elaborate hairstyle in place. I do find that swirls have a tendency to darken in the face over time. Well, that's a lot of background information. Now let's get to what we've lost over 1964. There were a number of outfits that were rejigged this year. For example, Raincoat was renamed Stormy Weather, Theater Date came without the pillbox hat, and Evening Splendor returned in the gold and white version, after being issued in red the year before. It's Cold Outside. This one was issued in 2 distinct colors, camel and red. I'm not partial to either though. I think the fit is too large and the felt fabric is too bulky. But done right, it can be rather stylish. Look at this inset photo from an episode of Bewitched, circa 1965. Majorette. Now this is all American. A fun outfit featuring a vibrant red jacket with gold braid trim, matching fur hat, white pleated skirt and hose, and of course the gold baton to lead the parade. The boots were white, however. Identical boots were issued in black as a pack item. And if you couldn't lead the band, then you could be a cheerleader. And of course, this is a very Midge-centered outfit, for me at least. Megaphone, bulky sweater, M logo, corduroy gourd skirt, a real winner, and those pom-poms just make it all the more fun. Candy Striper Volunteer. When you start pulling things out, you realize you're missing pieces. I thought I had the whole outfit, but I am missing the nurse's cap. This is another fun outfit with a lot of accessories, and apparently Candy Striper was a volunteer activity for a lot of young ladies. Particularly like the styling of the pinafore, but if you see the blouse, it's really quite lovely. It's made of a very silky cotton. It reminds me of the blouse from the Pan Am Stewardess a few years down the line. Knitting Pretty, and this is the last iteration of the knit twin satin flannel skirt, and to my mind it's the prettiest. The pink is really quite lovely and much softer on the eye. Although I do think this is the hardest to find. After 1964, this look would be retired. And now we start the fabulous 1600 series outfits. This is the stock series number, but the 1600 series would evolve into much more glamorous looks, but you wouldn't know it from this one, which reuses the movie date pattern. No accessories were sold with this outfit. Again, it's only my opinion. This set of pajamas was issued initially as a pack item in 1962, but not only in blue but also pink and yellow. It tends to wear very quickly and not look very good, so in the box it just looks great. Knit separates, 4 items that were issued as pack items in 1963. But I'll say these look fabulous on a doll. You can style them in any which way. The outfit also came with a blue straight skirt, which is perched on the side here. The jewelry is my own, but I think these pieces are all winners. And by the way, the purse didn't come with the outfit. It was a pack accessory sold separately. Country Fair. And again, recycling of pack items from 1962. The cotton separates had about 25 individual pieces, and in this remake, the blouse is a very bright yellow and the full skirt in a floral print. Very nice, but not groundbreaking, but I do like it. Crisp and Cool. Now this is terrific. This I believe is a Carol Spencer designed outfit. Tune into the bonus reel for a little bit on Carol Spencer. But this is dynamite. Very chic. That blouse is one of a kind with the red top stitching and those round buttons which are unique to it. And the skirt is made all the more attractive by the little kick pleat in the back. But for me, what makes the outfit is that polka dot scarf on the neck. Just takes it up another level.
Morals for spring. Groundbreaking.
Garden Tea Party. Once again, this is a redo of an earlier pattern, Garden Party. But this time the red is really quite striking and the black velvet bow sets off the dress very well. And doesn't that doll look chic? Number 4 or number 5 from what I recall. White Magic. Drawing from the satin separates of 1963, this outfit paired up a pillbox hat and a white satin coat, and put them with a silver purse and gloves. Very lovely, and the diamond closure at the waist is a nice sophisticated touch. Skin Diver used Midge's 2-piece bathing suit and some additional accessories, paired with Ken's similarly named outfit, Ken Skin Diver. Stop the presses, stop everything, because Black Magic is really something special. Black Magic was designed by Carol Spencer, and it was modeled after one of Ruth Handler's original outfits. Handler was a co-founder of Mattel and also the creator of Barbie. It just oozes elegance, a simple black sheath with a tulle cape accented with black satin ribbon, ties, and hem. Just something gorgeous. And if I can zoom in on that face, look at that doll. Inset is what she looked like before I sent her off to Maria Michelle at Farabella Restorations. Really, really remarkable job. The jewelry was my own making. And now back to the knit separates. But again, there's just something so simple and beautiful about the design of the knit pieces. The long skirt gives all the glamour that one could want, and the roll top blouse is just a hint of sexiness. I did re-glitter the skirt as the glitter tends to flake off. This dress did come with that ultra rare charm bracelet. More reusing of the satin pack separates. This color is bright and beautiful, but the satin does show wear very easily, so the more pristine you can get it, the better. I thought I actually had the pillbox hat that came with this outfit, but look at this. I paired it with the Music Center matinee hat and really can't imagine anything else looking better. The outfit did come with diamond stud earrings, but I seem to have misplaced them. I really don't have much to say about Dogs and Duds. It's fine, just fine, instead of a cartoon dog, but more of a play toy than a fashion accessory. Again, only my opinion. Feel free to disagree. It really shouldn't be a surprise as to what I'd consider to be the best outfit from 1964. It's black magic. It couldn't be anything other than black magic. So this sets the stage for the fabulous fashions of 1965. I thought as a quick bonus reel, I'd look at some of the books that I used to make this. No, not those Barbie books, and definitely not that one. Yes, these. Well, two of these actually. Firstly, my main reference for all of these videos so far has been the Sarah Sinks Eames book. Published in 1990 and long out of print, it's an exceptional, invaluable resource for collectors. Details with clear, crisp photographs, each of the ensembles and all of the pack items from 1959 to 1967. There was a second and third volume, and I'll use the second volume when I hit that era, but just an exceptional resource. If you can get your hands on it, do so. I believe there are digital copies floating around on the internet, just as good, I imagine, but I don't know, hard copy is much better for me. And secondly, Carol Spencer's book, Dressing Barbie from 2019. I don't know if it's still in publication, but it is a really fantastic volume as well. Just a fantastic book from a woman who really is essential in this hobby. I had the fortune of meeting Carol Spencer in the 2023 convention in Orlando, Florida. Here's a picture of myself with my friend Julie McLaughlin. Beloved by everyone, designed so many of the really iconic fashions from the 60s all the way through to the 90s. Exceptional resource and just a fun, fantastic read with lots of great historical photographs. I'll do a more comprehensive look at the books in my collection at some point down the line, but next year, 1965, a fantastic year. Well, actually exceptional, and I do use that word a lot. I may split that into two parts as there's just so much to cover. Thanks again for tuning in.